Hey guys, it's Shadow. We're going to be playing the Arariboia campaign today.
When I first arrived in Guanabara Bay as a humble missionary, I despaired at the savages. They knew no God, lived in sin, and covered their bodies with unsightly tattoos. Even nature herself seemed appalled by their immorality. Hundreds of fish regularly washed ashore along the rivers, permeating the air with their rancid smell as they rotted under the sun. After a few months in this godless place, I had learned the native language well enough to begin spreading the faith through the jungle. This is where I met Arariboia, the chief of the Maracajá. I initially believed all Tupi to be the same. However, as I spent time with the chieftain over the years, I realized my judgment had been made in haste. Despite being a heathen, Arariboia was a man of honor. He had a genuine interest in the good book and would go to great lengths to protect his tribe. The Tupi were divided into countless factions with leaders both noble and wicked, much like the feuding kings of Europe. Arariboia's nemesis was a stubborn warrior named Cunambebe. His tribe fought the Portuguese at every turn and hated anyone who collaborated with them. Their rigid defiance earned them the moniker, the Old Ones. In contrast, Arariboia traded with the settlers. While he could not deny the strength of his rival, he believed Cunambebe was on a fool's errand. The arrival of the Portuguese had changed everything, and the Maracajá stood to gain by treating them as partners rather than enemies. The Europeans brought valuable knowledge and goods, but Arariboia envisioned a future where his people and the Portuguese coexisted and thrived in peace, learning from each other's cultures instead of perishing in futile conflicts. This made the Maracajá a target for relentless raids by Cunambebe. Each attack was devastating, but Arariboia fiercely defended his people. Whispers in the wind spoke of a grand scheme by Cunambebe, no mere raid, but an invasion to annihilate the Maracajá once and for all. Arariboia paid no heed to these murmurs, and when the first attackers were spotted, it seemed just like another raid. As before, Arariboia was prepared to fight tooth and nail for his people's home on the island, and to drive off these pesky raiders.
Alrighty, let's go. Support a population of 100. Oh boy, no sieges, walls or additional castles.
Cunambebe insults us with his pitiful raids. We will teach him that the Maracajá bow to no one. Chase them off the island, men!
We're not bothering to wait for the other things because they're probably gonna die anyway.
Lead your men to death here. My warriors already control the south side of the island. Your day of reckoning is here, traitor.
The enemy has bypassed our defenses. We are under attack from every direction.
Cunambebe is threatening to burn my village to the ground. We cannot let it happen. Defend yourselves with everything you have.
Okay.
Rumors were true. Cunambebe is sending everything he has against us. We must evacuate our people to the northeast, where his forces have yet to penetrate. Protect the refugees at all costs.
Help! Cunambebe's clubs are bearing down on us. Is this the end?
Never realized I had those, so I thought those no longer accessible. Capybara! Oh. I don't want to
First
eat
batch of
them.
refugees has arrived from the southwest. We must protect them as they travel to safety, or our people will be doomed.
I don't like eating captive animals either though, but Guanabara Savior. Lucky. At the beginning, there's only 2 groups at a time. We try and get to the next phase.
The settlement is a hub of economic activity. Use it to expand our control of this region.
We actually had very good points there. Okay, first one done. I think I have to keep sending this forward for now. We should be able to send these back. I mixed up my hotkeys. He's in a safe area. Oh. Well, you need let me just train a bunch of. Don't send them to me, you know. We need probably a lot more than we currently got. Oh, they're gonna eat them instead. They have a
This
market.
village has been captured by Guanabara. We must save the villagers before he can execute them.
I forgot we can guarantee that. Oh, no. So where they're going to find the additional resources and time to deal with that. Need logistics. We can get to a pretty big number of these. That one should be able to make it through now. Okay, start sending them back. Need to add more to this route.
Guanabebe's raiders looted our homes and gathered the spoils in this location. We should reclaim it before they can steal it away from the island.
The reason I'm focusing mostly on the Blackwood archers is because archers is mostly just a numbers game.
Our villagers are like crazy capybaras, unaware of the anaconda lurking in ambush. Let us construct outposts so that we can spot Guanabara's raiders before they strike.
They're so fast. Damn it, they're gonna get that one. Whoa, that got absolutely wrecked.
Quiero que salva.
Trying to aim to not let any die here, but it doesn't always happen like that. No! I didn't realize I that far back. We clear this one up, and then we go over here.
We have saved these innocent people from our enemies' clutches. In gratitude, they're offering us their services. I wonder, should we equip them with weapons or send them to work?
Much as I like having economy, the thing I'm good at is building economy. The thing I'm bad at is having enough military at the beginning of the game to actually keep alive.
Quiero que sawa. Aso que kasara.
These ones can go here. Very chill mission for the most part. Like, I did lose 2 refugees, but for the numbers in which they're sending, not bad. I say that. That one's very dead.
Excellent job. Our enemies may burn our homes, but they will not take everything we own.
So freaking squishy. I don't know if have those yet.
Well done, men. We have stolen the element of surprise from our enemy.
Oh, we can actually just go up there. I didn't realize they were always spawning from there. You got a dog. The marine dogs. Okay, so these ones can still raid suddenly. I think I should get the unique tech, yeah. I don't know what the unique tech. I know one of them's poison dart, but I think that's the imp tech. I'm gonna get through, pretty okay. Ooh, round. On the gold. Actually, we don't need that many villagers. Oh, blocking those apparently. Not often I use only one castle for production. Okay. No.
Guanabara has taken some of the refugees captive. We should break them out of the prison.
Oh, we actually saved that one. That's wild. If I lose loads, does that also count as losses? Well, I think the transport each time. Okay, so that. Yeah, micro is alive. No. That's a lot of units.
We have freed the refugees from Guanabara's claws. Send them to safety. But today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
There's 4, actually only one more needed. Nice. Alright, that was mission done then. Thought we had to defend the castle a bit more. I see why they didn't want to give you an extra castle, because these things already train pretty damn fast. And they don't really take up much of your economy.
We have rescued all the refugees we could. Hurry to the shore. We may not see our homes again for a long time, but one day we will return.
Relatively chill mission, GG.
Despite his decades of experience, Arariboia made the mistake of a young warrior by vastly underestimating his enemy. Instead of averting the crisis, he had led his people deeper into it. Skulking through the jungle, bitter and disappointed, he fantasized about shooting a poisoned arrow straight through Kunambebe's heart. Still, he knew that revenge would have to wait. The survival of his tribe was all that mattered now. They had to escape before Kunambebe caught up to them. As he led his men towards the edge of the island, Arariboia swore that this would not be the last time they saw their home. Arariboia had not chosen this corner of the island as a refuge on a whim. There was a Portuguese trading post here, one he and his father had often visited in his youth. They offered fine metal tools for trade and, perhaps, a safe haven for his tribe. If only he had something to trade for his people's freedom. But what could he offer? Was it even wise to bargain with these powerful foreigners from a position of weakness? As Kunambebe's shouts of "traitor" echoed in his ears, his desperation threatened to overwhelm him. He pushed his doubts aside as the trading post came into view between the trees. If his own people deemed him a traitor, so be it. Better that they stay alive and angry than dead and silent.
Okay, I started in an absolutely horrible position, so we're trying it again.
Our only hope for survival is to reach the Portuguese trading post. Hurry! And watch out for Kunambebe's warriors.
There is no escape, Arariboia. You can never outrun my hatred.
I come to you in bended knees, Sovereign have always been friendly. And now, we are threatened with extermination by our enemies. You are our only hope.
I have not forgotten your amiable conduct with us, Arariboia. Take these transport ships and choose one of the locations marked on this map. They will serve as a temporary shelter. Sail like the devil.
We tried going here
These two tribes
first.
have offered us their services, my chieftain. We should decide which of them we want to recruit. This tribe
That
will
was
now
horrible.
fight for us.
It seems like it might be a bit safer because we're at least closer to the Portuguese.
I've led my people to disaster. But all I can do now is focus on surviving. Let us build a new home here, on the mainland.
Okay, a bunch of houses. I want to place my TC as closer to the castle as possible.
You truly are a coward beyond compare. I pity those who have bound themselves to your sinking canoe.
Actually, almost enough res to go up. Just the lack of wood for the buildings. I think that's the other problem last time as well. I didn't go up straight away. I think
This will be
I'll
our
have to go up
base of
really quick.
operations until we can reclaim our home from Kunambebe.
I don't know
Let
if
us
I get a bunch
destroy
of
his
houses.
stronghold in the area and prove that the Marakaja are still a force to be reckoned with.
Caramba! If I knew the jungle would be crawling with hostiles, I would have brought more bullets! Ready the sails! We must abandon this trading post!
Your
What's
pasty
that, yeah?
saviors turned tail and ran at the first sight of my army. Who's the fool now?
I need that hotkey fix. It's driving me crazy. Doesn't seem to be much gold here, which could be a really big problem in the long run.
Some of my naval officers were shipwrecked after a chaotic escape from the trading post.
Where are they?
Could you bring them back to me, Arariboia? I promise to make it worth your while.
Also, weirdly enough, the red thing hasn't fired either. It shows you where all the enemies are. 5s to convert, at least. At least feel might protect you a little bit better. We'll wait until we have a TC. We'll TC this foreign area over there. We'll fire this getting castle up ASAP. We'll go get 1 armor on the way up. Let's go back some. Getting a few more fishing
We
ships.
had to abandon some of our cannons when Guanabara stormed that trading post. You can recapture them. I will let you borrow them to deal with his stronghold.
Yes, it's a lot easier than the first one. I was going to start with extra soldiers, by the way. Feel a little ripped off at the moment. Okay, we'll go here and then we'll build. This is a bunch of villagers. Also, Demaros being cheaper than a fishing ship is interesting. On the wood at least. They seem to attack you way less in this area. It's wild. There we go. Okay, we've got ours upgraded before they got theirs upgraded this time, which is a nice change. Not even nature's helping Salvo today. Do you have more to heal me? No. Out of all my food. Maybe somewhere else. The fish back here? Oh, I think I have to win back that water area. Take that for now. I'll try and lure them with this. At least try to come back here. So. I guess about 100 pops, right? So I don't really want to be making more bills. No. Yeah, maybe that was the 100 pop. Well, that was the previous version. Yeah. Portuguese allies. Keep my fishing. Thank you. They're fine, right? Look at them robbing. Maybe we should have them. Start training you. We'll be doing more of the champion warriors. Although, that being said, they'll be pretty bad against some of their unit. Was it 125 hot rank? Start going... Yeah, okay, 125. Which case, we need to start thinking of more army than anything else. Okay. God towers. I think the best way to take this out is going to be galley. Oh, all my hotkeys completely... Yeah, all my hotkeys are completely screwed in the water. With the change. That's happening. Need to get a university for the text for them as well. Store detail. Lost a lot of our military. On land. Don't mind having a little bit less though. I do want the focus to be on winning the war, so. Surprised we haven't been given the mission for the converting the allies things. Like the thing just completely forgot this time apparently. Unfortunately, God's house is still pretty strong.
The jungle here is Kunhambebe's domain. To survive, we must subjugate the tribes allied to him by killing the chiefs.
Thank the heavens! I am the last survivor of this shipwreck, and I feared I would become its final casualty. Please take me back to the governor's town center.
Destroying these tribes gives me no pleasure.
Where and who?
But I cannot let any allies of Kunhambebe stand if the Merkaz are to survive. Today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
Why did I kept round already? Jeez. And now I can't stop her. Expensive to replace, but it's going to be necessary. I probably took a bunch of losses if that were necessary. Both those docks come back to being mine, or Portuguese, either way I don't mind as long as they're not purple docks. I think I might have lost all my fishing ships. Yeah, look that way. Be quite nice actually. They're not reached that. There we go.
Splendido! Nothing beats the effectiveness of a well-aimed cannon. Take these and make short work of Guanabara.
That'd actually be really nice. As long as I don't lose it for some stupid reason.
Even at the edge of death, I will never regret my alliance with Guanabara.
Emonhangara, Urakatesara.
Can't also all that at some point.
Urakatesara.
The whole hotkey thing is throwing me off so much. But these over here for now, so don't forget about them.
Destroying these tribes gives me no pleasure, but I cannot let any allies of Guanabara stand if the Merkazar to survive.
As you defeat the tribes and absorb their resources, you free up my soldiers for new operations. When the enemy has the numbers, a good general knows to divide and conquer.
Please don't make it across tonight. Okay, I'm just keeping me alive now, that's good. For the bomb. Let's try and get some more gold. Do the Lemons have a Factoria here? Because that's the way I understood that they were saying though. 0 gold. Do we have a market we can trade with? It does. We just have to try and get some trade going, I reckon. Let's go over here. Completely missed it on the minimap. Also completely missed it. There's a bunch of armies still alive. Also a lot of navy that's not doing anything at the moment. The Hulks are kind of nutty. Once they get in, they just kind of wreck everything. Not a micro. I'm guessing we'll eventually fight in the Portuguese later. Stop running.
Even at the edge of death, I will never regret my alliance with Guanabara.
You're accidentally clicking these and I want the champions. See if we can defeat the next one. Yeah. Maybe I didn't get that naval officer over there. I don't know where their bombard cannons ended up going. Did I lose them? No, so.
Destroying these tribes gives me no pleasure, but I cannot let any allies of Guanabara stand if the Merkazar to survive.
Over here. We're at least winning water pretty considerably. I don't know what happened to that naval officer. Oh, I sent him over here. Did he come up as a random military unit for me and then just die? Alright, better clean up the rest now. Really. Hey.
Mba Emonhangara.
I want
Mba
one of these.
Emonhangara.
Yeah.
Eikové.
Ishe ai berake tensara. Emba emoyanga.
I'm not worse over here in case there's anything. I think they're just coming from this direction though, so it means we can use this choke point.
Even at the edge of death, I will never regret my alliance with Guanabara Bay.
Impressive work! Keep this up, and you'll be king of the jungle before you know it.
So, you know how to run towards something instead of running away from it. Very well. Come closer and face my club.
Mba Emonhangara.
That's the problem. I don't like that they're all going after this. All the upgrades we possibly are. There's a bunch of army up here. I was thinking my army count's looking really low. A couple of ships here would not be the worst either, honestly. Maybe even a couple of demos. You can have more bombards, or at least some units. I think we take out buildings, that's the best way of dealing with this. Okay, I think they just had a bunch of extra resources, and now they've slowed down a lot. Build the castle. Hold on. No, what are you doing? Absolute huge. No, I'm gonna lose all of these. What? Oh, no way.
strategic mind, Arariboia.
Alright. I think I can fit one on there, I'll have to go for there instead. Oh well. One on the slide.
But today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
One down, one down. Out. Another castle will be good. There's so many castles still. Wild. Ballistics, right? Feels like I'm missing so many shots. They're gonna raid. I think one of my rally points is still there. That could be bad. Mostly focus on these now. I do got a lot of archers and not a lot of everything else.
Eikové.
Ishe ai
Sara. Eikové.
You have a strategic
Mba
mind,
Emonhangara.
Arariboia.
Ishe ai
Mba Emonhangara.
I'd like to have taken out the rest of the enemy tribes, but sometimes you get even better.
Mba Emonhangara.
Yeah, enemy. That's good. Oh, was the chief there? It'd be so satisfying if I got all that. Rid of all of the docks. Well, so no more enemy ships.
Mba Emonhangara. Mba Emonhangara.
Gotta be a little careful with these. God damn, that thing hurts.
When I catch you, I will
This
feed
thing,
you
this chief's so insane.
snakes, you miserable traitor!
I am not proud of seeking refuge with the Portuguese, but one cannot survive on pride alone. After today, my people have a future once more.
You have a strategic mind, Arariboia.
GG.
With bravery and skill, and not a little help from the Portuguese cannons, the Maracajá had survived. With their foothold secured, Arariboia drew up plans to strike back at Cunambebe. Yet he knew he couldn't do it alone. The unlikely alliance with Mãe de Sá had been a success. The Pale Commander had fought viciously, tipping the scales in Arariboia's favor. Without him and his ships, the Maracajá would have been like the stranded fish rotting on the shores of Guanabara Bay. Could de Sá be trusted? For now at least, he seemed to be a man of his word. A warrior in hard metal and soft silk, rather than feathers and tattoos, but a warrior nonetheless. A few days after their victory, de Sá invited him to a formal dinner. Stepping into the fort's mess hall felt like entering a strange new world. Everything was foreign, from the spiced dishes and silver plates to the little spits they used to pick up their food. A new fashion even amongst the Portuguese, de Sá told him. Yet the conversation flowed pleasantly. My translator Anchieta tells me you have a proposal, said de Sá, pausing for me to relay his words in Tupi. But just as Arariboia was about to reply, a messenger bursts into the hall. Governor General, our men have sighted French ships in the bay. De Sá dropped his fork. How many cannons? When the answer came, the foreigner went even paler than he already was. The French? Who are they? Arariboia asked. De Sá replied in hushed tones. They are to us what Cunambebe is to you. Arariboia had assumed all Europeans were the same, but the arrival of the French made him realize his error. They had come to wrest control of the coast from the Portuguese no matter the cost, or so their commander boasted. Nicolas Duran was the very caricature of the adventurous European. He spoke in melodies, and his gleaming rapier danced through the air with each dramatic gesture. Arariboia had known many such men, all bark, no bite. Don't let his theatrics fool you, the Tsar warned him. Duran is a dangerous man. He has fought the Ottomans across Europe and Africa, and now he has come to establish a colony he calls France Antarctique. The names of these distant peoples and places meant little to Arariboia, but the Tsar's concerned look spoke volumes. Duran and the French were an immediate threat. That makes my plan even more urgent, Arariboia said. He presented his proposal with such speed and conviction that I found myself scrambling to keep up with the translation. The Maracajá and the Portuguese each faced an enemy intent on their destruction. Divided, they would both lose, but together, they could weather the storm. A long-term alliance, a partnership, if you will, between the Portuguese and the Maracajá. That is my proposal. The Governor-General eyed him with an expression that was impossible to read. Perhaps, in that moment, he saw Arariboia's true character. This was not a man content to be a mere tool. He was a true leader, a general, a visionary, an equal. Then a partnership it will be, came his reply. Your tribe will help rid these Frenchmen from my doorstep, and in return, I will lend you my full support against Cunhambebe. From this day forth, the Portuguese and the Maracajá's fates are intertwined. The alliance was sealed with a handshake. Yet, the waves of fate rarely allow for smooth sailing.
Alrighty, Tupi versus French, round 1. Ooh, poison arrows, that means we've got him.
You call this untamed jungle a colony de ça? Bonté divine! Since you're clearly not using it, I will relieve you of your burden. From this day on, this land shall be known as France Antarctique!
Durand is as pompous as a peacock, but he's no fool. We must drive him off the beach before he can dig in, or we may never be rid of him.
Like a second TC. We can find purple straight away. He's gonna baby is just a little bit weaker than usual. They're gonna attack us from here, aren't they? We've actually got. I can just see it. All houses are, I think. Is that also blocked? Maybe it is. Fully blocked. Be good for me. This is blocked. I'm gonna get attacked. Fine, at some point I can just feel it. Heavy crossbow. Basically a Genbo, but stronger. Lights it as regular. Doesn't really matter what I use against that. None of my units can be good. Put that in. I don't even have any golden in this yet. Should be able to deal with it. Just straight after the range units is the problem. That much attack. Nice. Gonna mark it. Doesn't seem like there's much navy coming away, so add a few more of these. Sell like 500 food, buy some stone, and pudding get TC's up. Oh, they got destroyed by nature. That's sad. That thing from nature is still destroying things. What the hell? They really made the. Oh, it's just, it was actually a champion runner. Okay. Can't do it just yet. Holy mother of holy.
What are we to do? Those hulking French sea monsters damage our fishing ships, and now we cannot feed our families.
Stop using the heavy crossbow, that would be good. I use a transport for that? Jeez.
Do you think I would just land without a plan, Dessa? While you were busy courting the Maracajah losers, I found myself a new friend in their conqueror. Look behind
goody.
you. When you stooped to ally with me, you gave me no choice but to do the same. Now let us see who picked the strongest bearded fool.
Nossa Senhora! We do not have the manpower to withstand this attack. Fall back and
Oh, for
regroup.
God's sake. Or is it useless?
Apologies for abandoning you in such a rush, but I had no choice. Now, I'm on my way with a greater army. If you can recapture my fort, we can use it as a base for driving Durand into the sea.
We are fighting on two fronts, men. To succeed, we need to slow our enemies down. Torch the French docks and all the supplies they hold.
Okay. I didn't realize it was actually going to be stopped, though. I probably should have done. Oh, let's have their attacking my ships now. That's a problem. Everything in this map wants to kill you. It's like Australia. Yeah. Also Kappa. Alright, let's get this here. God damn it, they've got so many units there. Do that on the dock, to be honest. I think it's 150 max, but find that out. Don't seem to be making a whole lot of siege yet. It's good. Transport, try and get the fishing thing done. I need to try and get up. We've got castles all over the mainland. Something. Pair these fishing ships, and I can decide how much effort I want to put into capturing water. These are just range units, so just let them die slowly. That's a problem. Shit. Oh, that's 4 of them. Jeez. Oh, that's so squishy. Freaking hell. Chemistry. I got absolutely wrecked. How about this?
I cannot find the words to thank you, but I can show you my gratitude in fresh fish instead.
Let's go. Plus there's a towel there. If I get a siege ship as on description, fuck off. Probably not my priority right now.
Today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
I was going to try and get to elite Blackwood, but that's just so expensive right now.
You think one surprise attack is enough to take me out, Duran? Think again. Into the fray, man!
Freaking hell.
Happily died to protect my people. But today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
That's going down. At least something, I guess. Holy mother of God. At least, okay, that's what I'm deciding. We arrived here, something. Let's get a bunch of war galleys slash galleons. Not dealing with that. I really need more villas. Also need the unique tag. So expensive to get these damn settlements. Those are gonna die. Another game where I kind of wish I invested in trade, even though I don't think trade is generally great. These sorts of I want another castle over there, but eventually. Really, you're gonna find one? Any more bills? How much is elite? Only 500 gold. We can get that. This one again. No, we're not really using this. I was thinking it makes them might have been okay, though we thought they were making it more. I don't even think they're attacked now. I think we can go for it. Okay, that's... You might have attack from the side. Slowly getting more of the map to us. I've actually lost those now. Some traps as well. Ooh, that's a lot more units than I thought they had. I made those ages ago. Slow push here.
Mba Emonhangara.
Someone buys it else? Casting this nice juicy hill here. Blue's taking care of them. We're not arming, shouldn't be too hard here. Which era is happening here now?
Quiero que Sawa.
That. Why did they not go onto this gold? I mean, I completely got the gold balloon for that, to be fair. Still. How much PS I'm on these now? I don't want to make these. That's another one down. Blue's down, it's just about finishing.
You call that a victory? I was merely testing you, Dessar. And now I know what your weaknesses are. We will meet again. Soon.
Uraktasara. Mba Emonhangara.
Actually, don't need this anymore. There are any cast later, this should be issue. Probably I'm meant to do with an army first. But with our castle position, it would have made sense to go from the other one first instead. Oh no! We'll take it. Being able to use traps here is so nice. Just engage me some sling or something maybe, I don't know. Nah, slingers basically do the same job as both the I guess it's just that these guys are like gold. Easy.
Take the fort. A real warrior has no need for wars. Go and make your master happy.
Very satisfying game. Wait, fuck.
France lost its greatest Colchester when you left, Durand. This is a great victory for us both, Arariboia. Clouds are scattering, and the future looks bright again.
GG?
France Antarctique. Mainsa laughed as he toasted Arariboia at their shared celebration. Only a flamboyant Frenchman would come up with such a name. Arariboia chuckled, even though he didn't fully understand the Sa's boasting. They had won a small but significant battle, and their alliance had passed its first major test. That was reason enough to celebrate. Ultimate victory was far from certain, though. The pact between Duran and Kunambebe had caught them off guard, and their combined strength remained a frightening prospect. Still, Arariboia and Mainsa had something their enemies lacked: trust. Duran would abandon his native allies in a heartbeat if it served his purposes. Meanwhile, Kunambebe despised all Europeans, even if he had stooped to using one to fight another. It was a weakness Arariboia intended to exploit. As we Portuguese like to say, one swallow does not make a summer. A toast to our continued success. The swashbuckling Duran was a loose cannon, and worse, he was armed with enough gunpowder to blow the Portuguese galleons to smithereens. The Sa and Arariboia would have to deal with him before they could take on Kunambebe. The Frenchman had not been idle, however. After his defeat on the coast, he had relocated to a small, defensible island. There, he began constructing a formidable stone fortress he called Fort Collingly. Once his cannons were installed, the fort would be nearly impregnable. Arariboia grew restless. The longer we wait, the more prepared our enemies will be. We should strike as soon as possible. If we surprise them, we can dictate the pace of the battle. They readied their men for an attack that very night.
Wait for instruction.
The gunpowder I planted will go off at any moment. Keep quiet and stay vigilant. Once the thunder sounds, attack.
The way to the fort is open! Charge and give them hell!
We have those fools trapped like rats in a cage! Blow them back to hell!
I had a feeling this might go for though. Okay. That's fun.
That is blowing us to pieces! Abandon the siege! We must regroup or we will never be able to take this fort!
One over here. One up.
My men are shaken after the French counterattack. Keep the enemy off our back while we regroup, Then we will strike at Fort Collingly together.
Quiero que sawa.
Eikové. Mba Emonyangara.
We're gonna keep him alive ourselves. Stone's gonna be really important then.
Most of our gunpowder and weapons in the estate. Must recapture them before they fall into the wrong hands.
We can probably actually contest that relatively easily if we get the right upgrades. We might have to deal with that attack. And I'm having to hope that they don't attack me there until a little bit later. I need to.
Quiero que sawa.
Mba Emonyangara. Emonyangara. Emonyangara.
Quiero que sawa.
Mba Emoyangara.
Mba Emonyangara.
Ishea ikokatu.
Deverá pertencer.
Mba Epe. Mba Emonyangara.
Kegs of gunpowder spread around the fort.
Mba
If we
Emonyangara.
destroy them, we can unleash the Frenchmen's own thunder upon them.
Mba Emoyangara.
Eikové. Mba Emonyangara. Ishe Aikokatu. Mba Emonyangara.
We have secured the gunpowder cart. Now our allies will be able to train hand cannoneers for the fight.
1 of 80? Of 80?
Mba
Mba
Emoyangara.
Epe.
Mba Emoyangara.
Quiero que
Fix
sawa.
his housing.
Mba Emoyangara.
These guard towers, so just watch towers. That's more of a problem. Oh, they're all dead. Raise some more space for some more mills, I guess.
Happily died to protect But today is not the day I leave this world. Patch me up and get me back in the fight.
Mba Emoyangara.
Quiero que sawa.
Mba Auye. Cape a beguara. Cape a beguara. Cape a beguara. Mba Emoyangara.
Those French boats are carrying naval supplies. If you can seize their cargo, we can use it to repair my ship.
Mba Emoyangara.
Eikové. Mba Emonyangara.
Ishea Mba Emoyangara. Mba Emoyangara.
Luckily, we already got most of the value we needed out of
Tekasara. Mba quiero que sawa.
Mba Emoyangara.
Mba Epe.
Mba
We definitely have more than enough builds at this point though.
Quiero que salga. Pekka Sara. Imba emo yangara. Imba emo yangara.
Empe.
Ishe ai kokatu. Kape abegwa. Empe. Imba emo yangara.
That should be max pop. We need to
Imba
pop.
emo yangara.
University building. We don't really need many more bills, to be honest. We're really kind of in the top end of the pop of bills that I want.
Mba emo yangara. Mba epe.
Ishe ai kokasara. Imba emo yangara. Imba emo yangara.
I think we can actually get to those relatively easily. Aim as fast as floods.
Imba emo yangara.
So many places to place down.
Imba emo yangara. Imba emo yangara. Imba emo yangara.
Mba emo yangara.
6 freaking VS armor, wow. These are tanks.
Quiero que sawa.
Yeah, this castle's worth its weight in gold. $400 wood.
Ishe ai kokatu.
Ishe ai kokatu. Ai kokatu.
Ishe ai kokatu.
Top this. I don't know how many they have.
Quiero que sawa. Imba epe.
Urak
Ishe ai
Sara.
kokatu. Imba emo yangara.
They actually don't have anything to defend this pretty much. Never mind. This one. Not as much as I expected it to be though. gonna take the ones up on the water that fast.
Excellent work, my friend. Dispatch the workers to repair my ships. My captains will supervise the process.
Expensive to repair though. There's not a lot of gold left in this part of the map. Got it though? We will need let's protect them. Apparently, you guys are gonna come good with this now.
My ships will commence the bombardment of Fort Collingly on your city. However, they will need protection against Iran's navy.
Attack an enemy now.
That's the signal! Rain hellfire on the French fortifications, sailors! But look out for the enemy ships!
They're going front. Oh, no, that's the ladder, guys. That's a weird glitch.
Attack an enemy now.
Get on with it. They're actually bombing the freaking things. Can deal with that. Oh, it doesn't have any upgrades.
These wooden forts fall apart as soon as you look at them. Did you build them with rotten driftwood, Durand? Or are you just that shoddy of an engineer?
that was entertaining while it lasted.
Eikové. Mba emonyangara.
These are keeps, yeah, they're gonna absolutely. Onyx doesn't have both, so that's bad. I'd like both, honestly. Go ahead and deal with Guanabara Bay. That's lovely. Ready to the siege workshop. There's so many units. I think I need slingers. All my own champions in front would be enough, but way. That's where my health is. We're still kind of missing armor. traps. Oh, they're so expensive. Nice. Oh, that's fine, we can take this now. Now we should be able to overwhelm that army. Not if that's how we stop the fire. Maybe not. It's really hard to push out. That in, that in. My gold count is just non-existent. Problem is that both of the allies in their side are much more useful than my allies. The worst is I've actually got to keep mine alive. Really? Okay. So a round of these left to do in front. The traps. No. Okay, that happened. I'm actually gonna have to sub trade. I think I might. I think we might try a mixture of Slinger and Black Arch and see if that will work. Fucking hell. Why have I always got these other positions? They're still spamming gold units. That's bigger than I can't stop it. I don't think they get infinite res or they just start with a lot more gold accessible. Because there is not a lot of gold here. Just to try and do some really bad distance trade, I guess. Need more gold. Not the Victoria. Well, let's see AI plans on becoming competent anytime soon, which likely I think it is. Oh, up the shrubs.
My camp is under attack. Send your warriors at once.
What do you think I'm doing? I hate matches where it's just infinite spam. Where is that trap I've been trying to keep alive this entire time? Frickin' hell, man. That's going down in a second.
Mba Emonyangara.
Might mean that purple finally ran out of a bit of steam. Who knows? Nope.
Heavily died to protect my people. But today is not the day I leave this world. Patch me up and get me back in the fight.
Either my ally was selling stone or they were selling stone. Well, if it's not infinite spam, then the AI was selling stone. Which is good. Because it means I can buy stone. That might have been a future mate delete. So many friggin' units, what the hell? I have to replace some of these because I'm about to die. Problem is, these are just not a proper vision. They're great in high numbers. But I need units that don't die. I think the composition for this side is a mixture of Drum, slingers, and the champion warriors. Maybe the other melee units, but is a really gold at it. Then the slingers are actually doing about the same amount as the Oh crap, that's going down really fast. Need to replace castles then.
But today is not the day I leave this world. Patch me up and get me back in the fight.
The mission's testing my patience. That's for certain. Come back to deal with that. Just endless amounts of. Those demos still do this. There's so many more, what the hell? And this has even run out now as well. I'm not actually spamming that much heavy caps, so as much as they do save a bit of gold, are not super necessary right now. Go past this, ignore the water. The demos, fine. The demos, fine. The purple loot is an attack in this very second. I think they finally started running out of gold. If it's not infinite spam. Also, I think we're finding onto the right composition. Get a couple more bills to fit an extra trade card in. Is there anything on there that we can take? Just a relic. Relic would be good, honestly, at this point. I've got to take a bit of that gold. Let's ignore each other. I can do with those with reinforcement. Holy mother of God, that's a lot of units. Completely aware that we managed to take out most of the stuff in the decks. I have to get a little handy with some replacements though. Okay, yeah, we did it. That's one big loss for them. Look at that stone select. So yeah, they haven't been doing anything. So they've had a bunch of resources they've been able to access and we was given at the start. I'm imagining. Oh, that's bad. I need houses.
The French were too occupied with their precious fort to see that we were losing the battle. Fall back, men! We will not waste our lives for this Frenchman's folly.
Whereas I'm guessing there's still a bunch of demos here for this. Now that we finally have gold, it's a lot easier. What composition do we need against the French? Probably double gold comp, to be honest. Okay, they're all gonna die. Bad time. I think against them, the more obvious choice is to go for the Blackwood Archer. Really? You're gonna come up here now as well, damn. But I think actually the best way of dealing with them is on water, unfortunately. They actually got rid of this castle when they pushed down that dam. They have one castle, right? That's wild. Maybe they go double gold comp. And siege is probably best to be Krebs, to be honest. Got through. I think the gunpowder thing must be over there or something. But I feel like now the position we've got. Probably should have done that a lot sooner actually, now I think about it. Well, the top got destroyed as well. Well, one down here got destroyed. Okay. It's these damn heavy crossbow that just they destroy absolutely everything that this thing makes. Definitely should have slowed more down in time places earlier though. Final 100 stone. I want to castle forward. Crackle on this kill. Nice, they kind of did about to roll there. There's just so many freaking units. Take out all of these docks. Something. I think there's actually many more docks up there. Obviously a dock over here somewhere. Infinite res, yeah, okay, cool. That makes some sense as to why the stone price keeps getting so low. They're selling stone constantly. It does mean they're not like to rebuild all those things though. Oh, but they still got demos up here. Hey. Okay, where's the other docks at? Get rid of all the docks, no more demos. I save some other spawn point for that. Okay, so the gold is either automatically respawning or it's not actually forever though. We can clear the demos that are here and then go forward with what we've got. Oh wow, the demos aren't there anymore. Holy crap. That was loud. That was so unnecessarily loud.
Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors.
Okay, now that we've got like this with water units, stronger. Got a lot easier to actually hold a position here. Take out the seed workshop. Have a bunch of villages here, yep. As soon as that's up, we have a bunch of barracks. Can we kill it? I actually need to delete some of these now. We might use them to a little ahead of themselves. I wonder how many relics that has. I dread to think actually. Do you have range though? How am I just figuring that out?
Tupi dogs are firing at our gunpowder! Stop them before they blow us all up!
I'm not even seeing where the gunpowder is. I just hear it go off. Did I go over this thing? Oh, I don't. Holy crap, that is so loud. I knew it was coming and yet I still didn't expect it. Wait for a second. That is insanely unnecessarily louder.
Not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
I don't even have my volume up that much. Can you imagine?
Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors. Another wooden fort crumbles before my brave warriors.
Fort Collingly, Duran's pride and joy.
G freaking G.
This is a great victory. I could not have done it without you, Arariboia.
You can keep these burned-out husks if you like, Lusa. Give them to your native friend. I hear he's still looking for a roof over his head.
GG?
It was hard to see today's accomplishments as a victory. Fort Collingly lay in ruins, and Kunambebe's warriors had been driven back, but at a terrible cost. All the Portuguese cannon ships had been sunk. His allies' greatest advantage, their firepower, was now lost. The Sa had called it a Pyrrhic victory, but Arariboia was too occupied by his gloomy thoughts to ask what that meant. Had he been a fool to ally with the Portuguese? He could have led his tribe into the jungle after they lost their home. Instead, they were fighting and dying for the foreigners in a war that wasn't even theirs. Kunambebe's accusation of traitor echoed in his mind, and for the first time, he began to believe it. Reinforcements are on their way from Portugal, the Sa told him as they considered their options. I do not know when they will arrive. All we can do is wait. When you are caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, there is no escape. When it rains, it pours. And it was certainly pouring for Arariboia and Sa. The relentless Duran had already regrouped at a new fort. Nearby, Kunambebe's army was gathering in greater numbers than ever before. Their target was the crown jewel of the Portuguese colonies, the burgeoning town of Rio de Janeiro. Capturing Rio would spell disaster for both Portuguese and Maracajá. It was all coming to a head. If Main Sa was forced to surrender, Arariboia's tribe would not survive. Despite Arariboia's gloom, it was nothing compared to the Sa, who suddenly appeared much paler and older. We have no cannons, few weapons, and fewer men. Our only advantage is the one we create, so let us make one. On days like these, I wish I had your resilience, the Sa replied. I will follow your lead, Chief Arariboia. Bring us our final victory.
Okay, so I was playing it before and I just realized that playing this mission without going with trade or some sort of consistent gold is just horrible, so we can do it again, but this time we're gonna aim to get trade going.
Iran has nearly captured Rio de Janeiro. While Dessas strikes back at the French, we must ambush Guanabara and take over his base near the city. Take heart, my warriors. Today we will save the Maracajá.
We're gonna go for a bit of a trade boom behind us.
The enemy runs away like a scared jungle cat. Let us use this moment to replenish our arrows. Kunambebe will be back as soon as he has licked his wounds, and we need to be prepared.
Fall back! You may have thrown me off balance, Dessa, but just you wait. Soon, I will unleash the full force of my army.
Rio is ours once more. Our position in this bay is secure so long as the city stands. Reinforcements are on their way from Portugal. We must hold on until they arrive. Then we shall finally defeat our enemies.
Need really a lot of stone. That ends straight away. Lots of wood, lots of stone is the idea initially. Oops, I think we're meant to place them on there. Uses the AI. Brothers, we also need to get the units out here quickly enough to deal with the enemy navy. They have a castle here, but it seems to get overrun pretty quickly from my experience in the last game. Poor crocodile's getting shot up by the mean old not so Genoese crossbowman.
When my cannon ships are done with Rio, your pitiful village will be nothing but a smoldering ruin.
I have no ships to patrol the shore with until reinforcements arrive. Send your canoes and protect Rio de Janeiro.
They need a castle.
In Rio is under attack. We must not let it fall.
Every last Maracajá will fall to my new fire sticks. When I am done with them, I will carve your traitorous heart from your body.
Okay, they don't seem to get cannons initially, which gives you a little extra time. They're getting overrun as well. I don't have this upgrade yet. Crap. I need it badly. I'll repair that. Here's my army back then. Diversity time. Maybe I'll actually get to the numbers I need.
Ishe ai berake pensai. Yero che sawa.
Mba Emonyangara.
Today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, men.
Oh no, that's really bad. I don't know why it hasn't come up with this mission yet, but I need that mission to come up. Yeah, we need to start sorting out food economy on land. You have a bunch more buildings. Crap.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, men.
There's the castle. Damn it, I lost the castle.
The French Navy received supplies of gunpowder through the mouth of the bay. Build and maintain a fort on this island, the stockpiles will soon run dry.
You never cease to impress me, my friend. No French supply ships will be able to sail past this fort.
Emonhangara. Eicové. Ixé, Aikokatu. Emonhangara.
Do some scouting with this transport. Start taking out these two keeps. There's so many here.
Frenchman! Why have my cannons stopped working? You must send me more of your thunder powder.
I will do no such thing, you pompous wastrel. You are killing more of your men than the Portuguese with those cannons.
We got that to be making trade for it constantly because we had a lot of things to do in that moment. What even happened to these villagers? They died to the crocodiles.
Sails on the horizon! The reinforcements
Thank
are
goodness,
here!
that part's there.
Now, let us go on the offensive and repay our enemies in kind. A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire on it, man. The reinforcements brought plenty of guns and ammunition from Europe. Take these muskets and give them to your best marksman, Arariboia. I'm sure you can put them to good use.
No hand cannons would be great if we had the gold economy for it. Seems like they're actually able to do something here.
If you help me sink their fleet, I will give you some of my guns.
I wonder if we've got enough to actually start dealing with them. Or we don't get any siege ships at all. We definitely got a better setup this time. Got him as well. Things are doing a pretty good job over there. That's when he's forward. Definitely spent most of this time underestimating things a bit. That's right, we made it so they can't shoot with the bombard towers anymore, so they're not scary. They actually switched these in the gun powder. I was still lacking a bit of gold. Check it out. I want a castle further in front of that. Honestly, just full scorpions against Banana Bee would be amazing. Come, baby. We don't get engineers, so a bit sus. Oh, come on. That's why I have so much space all of a sudden. Did I save the tread? I don't think I did. Sadly. Start sending stuff up here. They're trade as well. Oh. How many places to keep an eye on? They've got a lot of areas on down here. I've not realised that was happening. Lost the castle as well as a result. As soon as I get distracted in one area, then start to actually make progress in other areas. See if we can finish off the docks down here at least, if nothing else. Okay, we're actually getting through this time.
A French cannon galleon has been sighted. Focus your fire
I thought
on it, man.
I thought they weren't able to get any more cannon galleons. I wonder if that has any significance. We finally got to the number of ships that's enough to overwhelm him. Even though I didn't look at that a lot of trade, I think even getting rid of a little bit of trade slows them down. Get rid of this. Start treading this down. Take forever to kill these. I'm not sure if that's been with the changes in the patch or if it's what it is, but it seems like buildings are pretty resistant to ships now. At least the docks. Fine if we start losing some of those fishing ships because they're not really giving me a whole lot anyway now. How are you missing it? That's another 2 docks down, let's go to here. Good timing to look there.
Yero che sawa.
Mba emonyangara.
Ishe ai kokatu.
I need those to stop being annoying. Hopefully that'll be no more. Really? It's still going. Nice, that's 1-1 part done.
The majestic French navy, sunk by canoes and rickety Portuguese dinghies. You will both pay for this. Rio will burn.
My men have wheeled the cannons of our ships. Take them and blast the grin of Kunambebe's face.
Maybe annoying with these somewhere. Almost finished it with them. Oh Jesus, how loud that is. I'm gonna have to mute that when I'll make it quieter. When I edit that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, that's them finished completely.
Protector of the Tupi is humiliated, while the traitor is rewarded for his treason. I should have killed you when I had the chance, Arariboia. Then I could have let the Europeans fight it out before crushing them both.
A lot of wood, didn't realize how much wood we had. Full gold palm. Oh nice with the cannons here. Didn't realize they were there, so I'm glad I noticed, otherwise they'd be dead very soon. Yeah, everything's heading up this way. Seems like they've sort of run out of steam anyway. Be wrong. Probably wrong.
Today is not the day I leave this world. Catch me up and get me back in the fight.
Freaking Frank Paladin, man. Let's see, round. You can get rid of that, that'd be nice. Good work. Okay, that works. Yeah, there's no steam left. Yeah, they just randomly spawn like hundreds of units. I'll see. Kill that. Castles literally stacked on top of each other. It's massive. Luckily, we're at the point where it's pretty much impossible for us to theoretically. Even me throwing away half my units. Oh wow, it kills both of them at once. There's another wooden fort here. I might be the one keeping them in. There too, you see that? Yeah, it's gonna keep them in the game. He's straight here. Let's see if there's any other TCs or anything around there. Yeah, they're about to resign. You know, they're trying to rebuild a mark, yeah. I don't know the T, that's why. There we go, lads.
There is no glory to be found in a farce like this. To hell with you all! And to hell with this barbarian continent!
My warriors, rejoice! With our enemies vanquished, we can at last return to our homeland. This is a glorious day for the Maracajá.
GG.
The alliance between Arariboia and Mãe de Sá, which once seemed so fragile, had proven to be as resilient as Brazil would. Not one to linger on his failures, Nicolas Duran picked up the pieces of his broken expedition. As he set sail for new horizons, he denounced his former ally. If only I had allied with a man like Arariboia and not this Kunambebe, this anchor around my neck, then everything would have been different. Kunambebe, for his part, fled into the jungle as soon as the tide turned. Arariboia did not pursue him. The humiliation of his nemesis and the return of his people to their home was vengeance enough. Mãe de Sá praised Arariboia's efforts to the Portuguese king, who rewarded the chieftain by knighting him for his services. The Maracajá received written guarantees that their homeland would forever be theirs. In gratitude, Arariboia adopted the faith of his allies. When he laid down his bow for the final time, Arariboia felt a profound sense of relief. He had saved his people from destruction. After so many years in exile, they could finally rest and rebuild, knowing that their children would grow up in peace on the island they called home.
Well, that does it for the Arariboia campaign. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you soon with the El Dorado campaign.